I love spring because it's the light green leaves that have just popped out of their buds and all the flowers and everything. And spring is just such a time of rebirth and everything. So I just love it. Hey guys, this is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Welcome back to another day in my 2020 beekeeping season, where I take you all the way from winter through to the next fall here in my small operation in southeast Louisiana. And remember, it's not a how-to video. It's just me documenting each day as I go along here in my operation. But if you pick up any tips and tricks, man, that's wonderful. And if you have any tips and tricks for me, be sure and leave them in the comments section. Well, hey guys, back today. It's the day after I did my inspections yesterday, and really just coming out today because I'm off today for certain reasons, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful day. It's like 1 in the afternoon. It's sitting at about 70 degrees with a nice breeze, probably 65 in the shade. And I mean it is nice. I'm just looking around at all the beauty. But there's just so much going on in this country right now, and y'all know what I'm talking about. So I said, man, I'm gonna come out here and just take a look at my bees. Not necessarily just to come out here and do inspections. I just got a hive yesterday that a queen flew up and out of when I was letting her out of the cage. Let's see if she's back, and if not, let them cross that bridge when they get to it. And just kind of relax out here. I think Mark, the struggling beekeeper, said it best. Sometimes when you're just having a day where everything is just building up with like all the news and all the garbage going on, sometimes you just get out here and get with your bees, and then it's just kind of peaceful doing your thing. So I'm not going through a bunch of hives. I hope to make a really quick video. Okay, so I'm going to address a couple comments I've seen about the items I used. The double screen board and the Mr. Ed tool. I'll talk about the Mr. Ed tool first. I call it the Mr. Ed tool. It really wasn't his idea, but he saw it somewhere. I forget where he told us he saw it. And so he's been giving them out here and there to new beekeepers and stuff. And what we use them for is when we're doing box reversals in the winter, getting ready for spring, we use them to put them under the box. It props your box up so you can get your hive tool in there. You don't have to hold it with your hand, and with two hands you can bust the frames loose as they stick to the top box that you're removing. So it's a handy tool for that. You can use it for other things. I'm going to use it also for holding my frames up when I look for eggs. But this is the Mr. Ed tool. Okay, it's a real simple tool, and we know it's not the Mr. Ed tool, but we're going to call it that anyway. I guess it's about, somebody asked me about the lift. Each step is maybe a ½ inch lift, and it just grips under the box. You see the front's rounded so you can get it in there early, and you just get it under your box at the first level here, and that's enough to get your hive tool in. As you break a few frames loose, you can stick it in. If you don't have any frames sticking at all, pull it back out. But that's what it is. It's a simple little piece of wood. It can be made out of aluminum, steel, whatever you want to make it out of. Wood's probably the easiest. Of course, you know Mr. Ed, and if you've ever seen any of his wood shop antics, it's no average wood shop. So these things are computer generated through a CNC. But nonetheless, you can make them pretty easy by hand. Doesn't have to be that perfect and that beveled. All right, that's the Mr. Ed tool. Let's go through the double screen board. Now, he's got a video, you can see his, and I want to put this on the tripod, and I'm going to go through this for you. Now, this is the fella in Washington State, Stu. That's your name. Hopefully you're watching this. And I meant to do this on the last two videos, and I didn't. This is how I make a screen double divider. Okay, I got a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. I cut 2 holes in it to leave a centerpiece so it has stability. And then I put 1/8 inch hardware cloth, and on some of them I put metal window screen on each side, because you want that 3/4 inch separation where the bees can't touch. Then what I did is I put another couple pieces of 3/4 shim all the way around it, and then 2 pieces here, and left an entrance. Okay, now what some of the guys are doing is, woodworking guys, is they're cutting a hole in here. Now the hole has to go back at least past your 3/4 of your box, or your 3/8, whatever it is. They cut a hole down into just about that deep in, sort of like with a, I don't know what they use, they call it some kind of bit, but it goes down and goes about that deep in here, and it basically leaves a hole in the wood, okay? And then when they put their box down on top of this wood, there's a hole through there. Either way, this way for me is easy because you guys know I don't do woodworking. So that's the double screen divider. So anyway, I wanted to explain those items to you. I got some comments on them, so there you go. Hopefully they catch them in those videos. And I'm gonna go ahead and work on this one hive. I'm gonna go take a quick look and see if we've got our queen back. I'm gonna look at that bundle of bees that I suspect is a drone laying colony, which I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna go over there and take a look and double check, make sure I don't have double eggs being laid. Make sure my my laying workers did not make it back when I put them in that box. And that way I can safely shake them out somewhere closer to the hives. All right, guys, let's get going on this. Should be a quick one. All right, guys, I'm suited up and I'm out here at this hive. Okay, so it's literally Monday after working bees. And what I did was I was sitting around doing taxes, listening to all this garbage going on in the world, listening to our governor just shut everything else down in the state. And I'm not going to go into all that, but it's just frustrating watching everything go on. And you know, you just got to detach every now and then. So I went outside and the weather was gorgeous, beautiful. And I told you a minute ago, I love the spring. I love these light green leaves on these water oaks and stuff that are just coming out. You know, because by summer they're going to be dark green, but now they're tender. The colors to me are just so great, especially against the blue sky. It's beautiful out, the weather's gorgeous, and man, I'm just going to detach and take my time and go through a hive. I was going to go through this hive next week because what happened yesterday, you should see it on the video ahead of this one. Again, I try to put my videos in order, but I don't know how that's going to work out as the year progresses, and they are all about a week behind. But I want to check this next week because yesterday the queen flew out. She literally flew up in the air. So I always have that happen. I just stand still, let her reorient. Talked to Joey this morning. He said how one flew around him 2 or 3 times, landed on him, and then went in the box. I had this happen to a nuke last year, and it came back just fine. It's strong as ever. But I was going to wait and go through it and see if she came back. And the way I can tell next week is if I see eggs, I know she was there 3 days ago, okay? Eggs. Well, it's the next day, so I gotta find her, because seeing eggs doesn't tell me anything. They could have been laid Saturday. Could have been laid Sunday morning before she flew away. Sometimes just opening your bees and being outside is kind of refreshing. And that's the thing with beekeeping as a hobby for me. It is, if it ever gets too busy and too hard, I don't want to do it. I went from a lot of hives before down to only around, I used to keep just 15 to 20. Because that's manageable and easy and makes it enjoyable. I don't want to get to where I'm stressed about them. And there was a time where I did get stressed and I got refocused on what was important. So that's why I'm out here, kind of detach a little bit. In beekeeping, you get to enjoy outside, the nature. Even if it is 100 degrees in August, you still get to be outside. Of course, I work outside, but enjoy your property, enjoy your place, enjoy wherever you're at, and enjoy God's creation. And be thankful that we can be stewards of His creation. All right, guys, let me take a look and see if we got a queen in here. Put the other brood chamber on because she was doing so good. Looks like they're up on those frames. I'm not sure, is this one I seated a frame on? I think so. Yeah, they've come up to the frames. I am going to pull these because if I seated one, she might be right back up there again. Let's see. Because again, I got to find the queen. Next week I can just look for eggs, but if I'm to know she's here, I need to see her. Yep, she flew away just as plain as day. It's like wonderful. I've had it happen before. It's worked out in the end. And if it don't, I know there were plenty of eggs in here. She was putting them in, so she should go ahead and make a new queen right off the bat. One thing about going in the next day is they're already still traumatized. Oh, this is the one I seeded up. See the brood. So they can already get irritated real easy at you. New queens will fly away on you a lot of times. And that's what happened with that nuke last year, but usually not older queens. Of course, she could have been a newer queen, who knows? She might have been a brand new superseded queen, or supersedure queen. This was a new frame I put in here. Put one beet red in here. I don't know why I did that. Oh well, that's where it's at. Okay, no sign of her up here, which is expected. Let's see if she made it back down to the bottom. I had a bee go after my ear earlier when I didn't have my veil on. So they're hovering around my ear. I think she left a attack pheromone on there. He's attacking me. Let's look down a little bit. I just can't get over the camera. I really can't get over how much they get on that camera. I guess next week, if I go through them real quick, I'll see emergency sales too if she's not back. Let's just hope she's back. They seem calm. Well, full brood. Wow. I see her already. I didn't even have to pull that frame up. I seen her. There's old flighty queen. Y'all see her? Right there. That's her. Unless I'm gonna fly away. She's a pretty queen. She's got good wings. Let's put her back in since she likes to fly. So that's reassuring. It's a mission accomplished. Alright, here we are. Two frame next to my old compost pile, so I gotta squeeze my big old self between here and the drum. Without ripping my suit. Alright, so what we're doing is making sure we do not have multiple eggs in the cells. That way I can go dump them. Look at that, how flighty they are. See that? It's coming off that comb. Make sure we ain't got no doubled up eggs in the dry area. Listen to them roar. I think we have any. We probably don't have no laying workers in here. am looking. It could, I mean, there always could have been a chance it was a tiny swarm. I don't think so. Look how they act. Yeah, they just fly up off of there. They're just there. They're putting in nectar. That's what these are doing. We're basically egg free. A lot of them are going to come right back over here when I shake them, but I'm not concerned about that. See guys, gonna be a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, not really a whole lot, 2 frames and a box. All right, I'm gonna get these bees shook so they can get to a hive and get themselves a queen, because they need a home, and this is one where they're not gonna make it. Well, hey folks, that was a quick little run through to find our queen, and a quick little run through to ensure I didn't have any more laying workers in that wad of bees. Of course, I dumped them all out, and you know where they all went back to the drum they were sitting on. So they're gonna disperse, sure enough, in time. But it was just a nice day. I'm home for the day, so why not detach from everything going on in the world right now and just go mess with your bees. Of course, I got a few other little things I'm gonna do. Move my greenhouse back to the shade for the summertime, because our greenhouse in the sun here in Louisiana without shade cloth, whoo, you could smoke ribs in that thing. You know, I'm gonna mess around and clean up some stuff from winter, some of my hoops over my orange trees, and check some new growth. I got my irises planted already. I'm gonna go plant some basil in the herb garden. I'm gonna go in for the evening and maybe work on some video and give me some good food. But anyway, I just made it a lazy day today. I go back into work tomorrow, and just figured I'd go ahead and shoot the video since I was gonna go out there and do a little bee therapy. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when I upload a video. And share the video with your friends, your family, and anybody just enjoys watching bees. Anyway, you guys, y'all have a wonderful day, and God bless y'all. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. See ya.